What's up, guys? This is the first of hopefully many video commentaries where we go back through some of our older videos and talk about what we did. It's something that we've heard a lot of requests for, and it's something that we wanted to do for a long time.
Since our videos are especially the early ones, relatively pretty short, instead of just like going through once and then talking over it, we're actually going to film it as well as the thing, and we'll kind of like mouse through, go through frame by frame, whatever we have to do in order to get the points across.
The first video we're going to be doing is real life portal gun, which was like the first video that we started off this whole crazy YouTube endeavor with. That was in March of 2010, right?
We had like sporadic videos for a couple of years before. That was kind of like when Freddie and I were in college. We were kind of experimenting around with YouTube. And Portal Gun is the first video where we're like, you know what, let's do this as a regular thing. Freddie just came back from the Olympics, competing in video making at the Olympics.
With Samsung at the Olympics with my friend David Welch. And yeah, I met Daystorm out at the Olympics. And yeah.
Showed Daystorm and stuff, and Daystorm's like, you know what? You guys, we're like, yeah, we've been thinking about it. He's like, why the heck have you guys haven't done it? Like, your stuff's great. You should be doing this. And we're like, all right. So when you came back, we're like, all right, we'll start right now.
First things first. Let's. So it's gonna be very piecemeal, guys. All right. So this is like a box or something from Amazon, and literally the only thing we did was we added the Aperture Science logo.
Yeah.
Like, printout label. And that's it.
It's going the polar opposite from like the first thing. Like, we need all these props to be like, okay, let's do it with no props. Let's make everything in 5 minutes.
The gun I ordered finally came in the mail.
So this was back when they were still working on
Dark. Well, it was Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare Part 2. So that's what they're working on here while Brand and I were running around filming stuff.
Sam still has his awesome
sweatshirt.
Sounds like fun.
What's this on the board here?
That is all the VFX shots for Dark Island.
Yeah, so if you ever wonder what Brandon's working on here, it is Beauty Pass for the scenes, and this was sound on the left. So Brandon, you had scenes 63, 64, 102, all that stuff.
The most intense sound action scenes, I'll say, in Dark Island.
So we spent all this time being like, okay, we need a real portal gun, and they hadn't made it. Now they have a prop. It's like a $200, $150 prop they can just buy. But before we did, we're just like, man, we have a portal gun. And finally, we're just like, you know what? Forget it. Who cares? Let's just use whatever we have and just who cares? So once again,
like, video making is not about getting props. Video making is just about getting it done. Just about making some stuff.
You'll notice here the Aperture Science logo.
Looks like a Nerf gun, nerd.
You'll notice also in the background here the two movies that sort of we've all kind of done. This one here is Dark Island / Infected, and this one on the right is Bear, which is the movie I produced, and the other one is the movie Sam Nico and directed, and Brandon helped out, and I helped out on too. So yeah, this is our sweet movie posters, which are still there in our place to this day as a reminder of how things used to be. Both two posters were Infected. Brandon's still rocking the old school iMac here. It's so crazy looking back at the place and like just comparing it to what it is now.
There's a lot less stuff in there. We definitely gain stuff faster when we throw stuff away, and so it's like stuff kind of just amassed. The storage area is like overflowed, and now it's stuff is everywhere.
So the portal effect, the sound effects obviously we're just taking straight from the game, and the portal effect, the outline part of it is something that we're taking that PNG we took from the game, and then a lot of people wonder like, how do you guys do this? How do you guys make this look like what it should be? And it's very basic. You set the camera and you're like, okay, this blue portal up here, you're looking through it, which means, and you'll be looking through it to the viewpoint of the bottom one. So if I'm looking up at myself, I should see my legs. So we shot the legs part separate from a separate camera.
Yeah, basically you draw a line from the camera to one portal, and then imagine if that line just jumps and continues on at that exact same angle out where the other portal is. So you're basically your line, your ray just goes straight to
something there. Which, by the way, there's a new portal video that just came out that these guys put on Vimeo. It's like 2 years later. It's another portal video, and they do a lot of this stuff, and they do a lot of effects very well. They do a lot of cool things where they pan
really
over.
Complex ones.
Well, they pan over, and the guy's on a green screen, so he falls through, and they do a green screen.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's clever. Same thing with the bottom one. You just draw a line there. Okay, we'd be seeing the top parts of this poster and this light up there. And that's basically it.
And in terms of the assets, all we did is we just loaded up Portal on the PC, ran fraps on it, and basically just shot one, found a blank wall in the game, just a blank white wall, and shot, and then just keyed the blue out. So basically just got keyed the orange out, and just got the ring right there.
Yeah, so it has a little bit of an animation. There's a little bit of an effect when it opens up. We just sort of copied what the game did and just watched it frame by frame and tried to do our best to copy it in After Effects. It's kind of like a ripple effect on the way out. So this is shot back in the day on when we still had Sam's EX, it's not EX1, HVX. This is the HVX, so this is why this is 720. That's why all our old videos are 720, because the HVX only shoots 720. So the box dropping effect So the box obviously drops for real, and then from that point on, CG box that Brandon.
This is like my first like full CG effect that I ever put into a video. Basically the idea is because with the portals it's just something's falling endlessly and it's impossible in like CG to make an object warp back up and go and continue the speed. So what I did is basically built the room in 3D with the 2 portals, and it was about 10 feet tall for the ceiling, and it just basically made repeating boxes going up. So there's like actually like 20 boxes going up, each one 10 feet apart. And so as gravity pulled them down, they all fall at the exact same rate with the exact same spin. And so basically as it comes through, as one leaves, a new box actually, although it looks exactly the same, it's the exact same texture, comes through and continues to fall. And so it goes one by one by one. And that keeps the speed and the rotation perfect as they go past each other.
One of the things that's funny about doing this 3D stuff, you can kind of tell the motion blur is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I learned since how to handle gammas properly, so that I don't have weird edges.
So if you frame by frame, the box looks a little bit funky, but live and learn, as it were. So it's the same thing.
Zap would be ashamed of my gamma.
So cool!
So this kind of effect is just a nodal pan. It just zooms in. We find the camera track, and we just put this thing in there. Guys, this is a 4 a.m. idea right here. The sound as we turn up, Nico's blinking is us going. Guys, Sam, Nico, Brandon, hello, and you. Oh, what's this on Brandon's computer here? Two things I want to draw attention to. One is Nico's speakers, which I think he still has, right?
Yep.
These things, which are just the worst speakers in the world. Brandon's TI calculator here.
TI-89 sitting there chugging on math.
And this one here, the bridge explosion shot from the first Frozen Crossing.
The first Frozen Crossing, yeah, I was working on that right then.
Yeah, crazy. And it's just so weird.
A different time.
This whole back wall now has all this stuff. You should go up in there and just bench at some point, go up there and just take a pan around. Just to
what
see
it looks like now, yeah.
Not even gonna look. No.
Framing the box out to reduce VFX shots, a staple of the Freddiew channel right there. You gotta know when you gotta do the effects and when to save the work.
By the way, here's how we progress. This is the gunshot. There's nothing coming out of the gun.
There's literally nothing happens.
Except for the portal opening up right there.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of a bulge warp as it comes out, which is kind of what the game does. And the box hitting Brandon. This is kind of cool. This was
the box is real.
The box is real, and what we did was we threw it against. I'll pull the green screen plate up here in just a second. The keying, not the world's best keying. It's a little bit blurry there. That's okay. Hold on, let's take a look at the box actually.
You got the asset?
I do have the asset.
Oh, back in time. Through the files.
In our folder of blowjobs.
So Freddie likes to name things. Oh, is that the original one? We ended up using that.
Oh yeah, here you go. There's a little bit. There was originally it happened too fast, but here's the other side of it opening up. Wow, we never used a shot. It's the other side of it opening up, and then the box falling through, and it would have cut straight then to Brandon. But the problem is it was so fast that you couldn't tell what was going on, and we figured by that point you could have understood how the way the portal worked. Hello. Man, it's so weird going back through this. Let's see if we find the. I'm gonna try to find.
We actually did a surprisingly good job of archiving stuff back then. We still tried to. No, it was there. I mean, by good job, I mean it's actually there. We have it still. That's
floor box. I'm trying to find the. I don't
think we have it. Oh.
Oh, we'll show some other stuff there in just a second. Oh, here's the original portal assets. Here you go. The portal opening up, orange. Oh man.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that beautiful display right there.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. I hope people find this informative and not the stupidest thing ever.
This is basically the behind the scenes. This is like the commentary that we've always wanted, which is like very slow paced and like going through, drilling down. So let us know what you guys think. If you want us to go faster, if it's slower, if you guys like all the info. I hope you like the info. I think you like the info.
All right. So there's the play with Brandon. That's just Brandon going and faking it as hard as, and whipping his head back as fast
like
as
a champ.
Oh, let's listen to it. And this is the green screen play.
And
so
yeah,
this is a
wooden pillar.
A wooden pillar in that room, and we just threw the box against it as hard as we could. And we could have done a better job keying. This is much cleaner than I thought it was. But this is it. Ready? Boom. Just throw it against it. So that's a hard surface.
Matt back there, Matt playing video games. Didn't even know we were gonna throw the box, and so he's like, "Whoop."
So there's a hard surface that hits and comes off of. And the same thing, so when Brandon reacts, we just have that, where it hits and recoils, just have that spot be where Brandon recoils from. And that's it.
And just basically put the two things together.
All right, let's go back to the video.
You guys suck. I'm peacing out.
So here's me falling.
So the way we did that is we actually had Freddie lay on his back on the floor on a green screen, and since this green screen wasn't big enough for his whole body, we did the top half of his body, and then we did the bottom half of his body, and then stitched them together at the waist, and so you'll see the two halves here. And Recording?
Guys!
That's the top.
Recording.
Here's the
Bottom
bottom.
half.
And we just used the belt line because why? Our
bigger?
green screen wasn't big enough.
And there's Freddie. What are you sucking your thumb?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're chewing your finger. And we had him lift up his, we had to lift his shirt up, and so we'd have a clean line at the belt because we wanted to make sure we had a clean line to stitch together, not just to show off that Tums.
So here it is.
Oh, go back. What was that? Did you see a second effect in the shot? So when we shot, so who's operating the camera? If Freddie's in the shot, Brandon's in the shot, Sam's in the shot, Nico's in the shot. Who's operating the camera? Well, originally I was operating the camera, and we totally forgot. We didn't even think about the fact that I wouldn't be there. We're like, one of those, and it was very obvious that I wasn't standing there. So we actually tracked the nodal pan and had me stand there and comp me back into that shot.
You actually kind of see the walls a little bit lighter around you.
Yeah, you can see the sort of shoddy job we did at it, but
But it's such a whatever effect too. It's just like put
who would
Brandon
ever
back
notice?
in. Brandon's got Sam's the 3D glasses, of course, playing around with nothing that's in 3D. There's a little sneak peek of Frozen Crossing Part 2, which is what they're working on there. And then me in the background. Little bit of jankiness on the roto there. It's all right though.
Can't go that fast.
That's it.
Oh, and the hidden, there's a hidden frame
The
there.
hidden frame, the hidden portal frame. So a lot of people eventually got this, and what this frame says is basically it's a transposition cipher, if I recall correctly, which is just shifting everything over. And it is, I think the phrase says it's something like, "You've done it. You've wasted your time." So it basically instructing people to message us, "Freddie, you're a jerk, and I want my time back."
And the first guy
people
to
did.
do, we gave him a little shout out, and a little prize.
Yeah, we gave him the little monkey from Six Flags, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the hidden thing that everyone's wondering about. And then this is our old school janky subscribe thing.
Yeah, so this is the first video we put out when we were like starting to take YouTube seriously. We felt it had a lot of like viral appeal in that it kind of piggybacked on top of Valve's property, which was
We always
Portal.
thought, like, how come there hasn't been a Portal video? There hadn't been by that point.
We're like, nobody knows how to do the effect, and we're like, we can figure out how to do that effect.
The effect is not that hard, so. And people have since done it. It's been a little bit, but there's a new one now. that I just saw
Yeah,
the
there's a bunch
video,
of them.
yeah.
So yeah, so we figured it'd be a good thing to do. It'd be something that would like get passed around, and then sure enough, when we put it out, it did like a couple 100,000
Yeah,
views in the first couple
Kotaku
days.
picked it up. I remember it hitting 400,000 and us being like, "Holy crap!" It's
It was really reassuring. I think our first video out of the gate, we're like, okay, we're gonna do this regularly, and it immediately went. It kind of fulfilled on what we were hoping it would do, which kind of spread around the internet. Got 400,000 views right away, and that was really gave us like the momentum and the energy we needed to like keep going. And that later on that week, we basically made 3 more videos.
That was
week.
one.
We had 4 videos.
Oh
in
my
one
gosh,
week.
yeah.
And so we'll get to those though.
We'll get to those. Before we do, I hope you guys enjoyed the little commentary, the little look back, the little look at our assets and how we made some of this. If you have any videos in particular you want us to do this kind of commentary treatment for, please let us know, and we'll be sure to get to it. So, until next time.